Rollin', 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 up the curly rollin', rollin'.
To the untrained eye, it may appear that I'm just sitting on the toilet, but actually, I'm creating energy. That's because this is a waste-to-energy conversion unit by Fecology Industries, the waste conversion technology specialists. Have you heard about biodiesel before?
Yes, I have. I have friends who use those cars and things that run on.
Well, you know, you might be thinking of bio. B-I-O. This is B-I-L-E diesel.
Biodiesel.
Yeah. So you don't have any qualms about putting human waste into your vehicle and driving it around?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't smell, does it?
Well, it apparently a little. They say it has a kind of a cat box-like odor,
okay.
which if you just have a car or two is not an issue, but perhaps if everybody had it, it might add up.
Well, might they fix it later on? I mean, they could make the odor less or something? Is that...
Well, I understand they do have some mitigating tablets that you put in your gas tank, similar to like a urinal deodorants that they put in.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now the other thing is a little bit too much mercury and lead in people's diets in town here, and that is apparently difficult to extract that from the fuel. So we're going to, in order to implement that, we have to have a citywide program to change people's diets. You think that's a little bit too big brother to force people to stop eating mercury and lead containing foods?
Well, that might be too big, but they've learned how to take lead out of fuel. I'm sure they can learn how to take lead out of whatever the human being is eating.
Well, so far it seems like the most cost-effective way is to make people that do eat mercury to poop in special receptacles and ship it out of town.
I don't know whether that would work.
Now this pier, I don't know if you realize they have a funding shortfall, and they may have to tear it down in a few years if they can't come up with some big money. And one idea that's being floated about to make up the shortfall is corporate sponsorship. And they're thinking about selling pier naming rights. Do you have any opinion about that idea?
I believe anything that doesn't lay the cost of repairing the pier on the taxpayers of Pacifica would be a good idea.
Well, let me tell you some of the other possibilities. One is McDonald's. They're thinking about it, calling it the McDonald's Pier at Pacifica. Do you have an opinion about that?
Yeah, I would be rather.
Don't eat McDonald's.
Well, you don't have to eat it. You just have to fish at the pier that has McDonald's arches, and also they are talking about putting a McDonald's restaurant there as well.
Yeah, really? Wow. I'm one of the reasons why this beach stays clean. I'm one of the reasons why there's no litter on this area. I'm one of the people that cleans up all the garbage.
Well, McDonald's would, for instance, if they put the restaurant here, they would appreciate very much you picking up their garbage like that. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, they would, and I would hope that people would be responsible enough to pick up their own garbage, and I wouldn't have to pick up their garbage.
One can dream. Okay, and this one's kind of silly to me, but the Pfizer Corporation is considering calling it the Viagra Pier. What do you think of that?
Well, yeah, you know, I can't say anything on camera that would be appropriate.
What kind of companies would you look for? What would be a good corporation that you would? Now you said Samuel Adams. Anything that you would consider to be a good corporation, a good match for the Pacifica Pier?
Siemens.
Wait, right, that.
That's a real corporation.
There's another tunnel that's slated for destruction in Stanislaus, which they would then recycle that tunnel to make the two new tunnels.
How do they do that?
Well, you know, recycling, like the way you recycle cans and bottles, but they do it with tunnels in this case. So you save money that way.
Doesn't sound true, but okay.
And so what they were talking about doing is taking that tunnel and putting it here and recycling it, thereby saving 50% of the cost and being able to make two tunnels instead of one.
You're sounding kind of funny here. You're talking about taking a hole in the ground there and putting the hole in the ground over here.
Well, there's no reason to have to dig the same hole twice.
How do you do that?
Well, you do by saving on the infrastructure.
Okay, no. Okay, if I understand you, you're saying you're taking a tunnel over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you take a tunnel from over there and put it over here without digging a hole?
Well, it would be moved in trucks.
I've never heard of being able to do that, but if that's true, it sounds like a good idea.
Well, it's recycling, like the way they recycle bottles and cans.
I didn't know you could recycle tunnels, but if you can, it sounds like, and if it's cost effective, it sounds like a good idea to me.
And there'd be minimal impact. They would have to, of course, widen Lindemar Highway here, and they would have to demolish the fire station and some elder people's homes. But
That would be a concern. That would,
Well, you know, to make an omelet, you got to break a couple eggs.
I know.
If you want to learn more, you can just go to www.fudgetunnels.org and learn about the Henry Fudge Memorial Tunnels option.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
We have a proposal to make this beach the first off-leash cat beach in California. Have you heard of the concept yet of having an off-leash cat beach?
You mean just dogs being able to just go without their leashes on, or?
Yeah, but in this case it'd be cats. If you were to come to the beach here and you're to see cats frolicking in the sand here, you'd think that would be a positive beach experience then?
Oh, well, it depends on what they do when it's time to, use the necessary room, because cats tend to leave big messes.
Well,
That would be a good thing. It would be like a large litter box for 'em.
well, statistically, the cat does excrete 70% less waste product than a dog on average.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And they do bury it.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
That's kind of a problem, though. I mean, right? They bury it, and then where do you find it? And like some poor surfer stumbles across it, and like, oh my gosh, there's cat poop on my foot.
Yeah, you think maybe they don't bury it deep enough then, huh? Is that the problem?
You'll have to train the cats. If you train the cats, then I have no problem with it.
Train the cats? How do you train? You train them to dig their poop deeper. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And we have some kind of a test for that? Or how do we decide which cats are allowed?
Well, if we raise taxes high enough, we can create a committee to watch over these cats.
Now you're just talking crazy. Do you have any cats?
I used to have a cat. No, I don't anymore, though.
But you think if you were to get another cat, you would want to be able to take your cat to the beach so it could frolic here in the surf?
I would not. She would not want to come down to the beach.
You don't know. You don't even have that cat yet. Would you have any concern that the cats may possibly maul one of your smaller dogs?
Right. Yes, I think it's possible. Yeah.
So would that be an issue?
Too much of a joke. I can't take this serious. I really can't. I'm sorry.
This is great. You know what?
I can't take it serious. That's just the whole comical theory of Pacifica in itself, that they would even come up with something of that nature. So that's great. More
so
they could get it to work. Yeah, right.
So the thought of cats frolicking in the sand, to you find that to be comical?
I find it, yes, very comical. Yes, a joke in itself.
So you'd like to see it called the Seaman's Pier?
Well,
Hey, I gotta retake that. I'm laughing. Wait. So you'd like to see that called the Seaman's Pier then? The Seaman's Pier at Pacifica.
Seaman's Pier at Pacifica, yeah.
Could you say that again?
The Seaman's Pier at Pacifica.
He's good. All right, well, thank you very much for your time. This is Ian Butler with Channel 26 talking to people about peer funding.
Rollin', rollin', rollin'.